Hello everybody, my name is Walter and today I want to show you how you can build my simple 4x4 donut pop-up wall block swapper with horizontal swapping action. To make it short, this is a block swapper that swaps out this 4x4 donut shape of blocks that is pushed out 1 meter out of the wall. And the blocks are swapped sideways or in horizontal fashion. It's lever controlled, and as you can see, if I flick the lever, I get a new ring, and if I flick the lever again, I get the first donut back. So that's basically what this thing here does. And as you can see here at the back, the circuitry is not that complex, and it's pretty simple to build actually. Now with that said, let's actually talk about the size. So the total size is 20 blocks in width. The height is 7 blocks, with the ring being at the very bottom of this. And the depth of it is 4 blocks behind the wall plus the wall and the space it extends into a total of 6 blocks. With that, let's quickly get to the required resources. So if you want to build this, you're gonna need, of course, building blocks. Then you're gonna need 7 slabs, half a stack of redstone dust, a single torch, 15 redstone repeaters, 9 observers, 34 normal pistons, and 26 sticky pistons, and a lever as an input. And additionally, you might need some more redstone wire if you want to relocate the lever to where you can actually reach it. And with all of that said, let's quickly show you how to build this swapper here. The first step is marking the part of the wall where the blocks can push through, which is this 6x6 ring here. For now, I'll leave the middle open. Here, you will need to go 3 blocks towards the back, and that's where we need our ring of double piston extenders. So, as you can see, just double piston extenders all the way around, forming a 4x4 ring. Then at the back, we need on the inside 2 normal pistons facing upwards. Then in front of those, we need observers and another 2 on top, so we have the middle filled in. Then at the second row from the bottom, we will need observers at the back of the ring. The same on top. And those will need full blocks in front of them. And let's go to the back. Here we start with a row of full blocks at the second row again, and then at the fourth row, put wire on top, like so. Then on the left of the build, or on the right if you look at from the back, we will need an upside down slab here with some redstone wire on top. Then where we have those observers here, we need to go first 1 step down and then up again. Up and down again. Where we have the slab, we will need some wire all the way to the end, and on the other side just in front of the observer. Then while we're here, let's go on the right side of our build. 2 blocks away from this one here, so 1 wide gap, and then we will need an observer facing downwards with some redstone dust on top. This will be our input, so for now I just place a block on top with the lever, just like that. From here we have a block towards the back with a repeater on 4 ticks running into a full block. Then we have a lower block towards the left, followed by 2 raised blocks. Then we go 1 up and 1 down. Put down 2 redstone wire, then a repeater on 3 ticks, followed by some more redstone wire and a torch. Then from this torch we need to go diagonally down, so we can place a block here with some redstone wire, which should connect to the torch. Then we need the sticky piston facing upwards with a full block on top. Follow that by 3 blocks with first a repeater on 4 ticks and then 2 wire. Now we need to go diagonally down twice. And then 1 towards the front, and following that a raised and a lowered block. Redstone dot in the middle. Then we will also need some more wire here and a repeater on 1 tick running into this raised block there. Now we will need an upside down slab. Well, actually, let's place a few more. As you can see, 3 with 1 wide gaps in between. Then we will need raised and lowered blocks, so we have this kind of cross-shape pattern going on, so we can place our redstone dots in the middle. Then on top of the slabs, we need repeaters on 2 ticks each. The last one obviously will also need to run into a raised block with a lowered block with redstone wire, which should be right next to the block we have placed earlier. And then finally a block down here with a repeater on 4 ticks running towards the back. Now grab some normal pistons, and we start next to this block in the corner there with a column of 4 normal pistons, and then we make this a full 4x4. And while we're here, let's actually already place the blocks in. So we need a 4x4 of blocks. Important here is that the 2x2 in the middle of this 4x4, so those 2x2, those need to be full blocks, so they can transmit redstone power from later on in those observers there when they get pushed into place. So that's the left side. Now let's go to the right side. Here, going from this raised block, we go first down with 2 blocks. Put down some wire and a repeater on 3 ticks this time, running into a sticky piston with a full block on top. Sorry, this needs to be 4 ticks. Then we have a lowered block, followed by a repeater on 4 ticks again. This runs into a full block. Then we have hovering below another full block with some redstone wire on top. Then we still need to go down 1 block diagonally, then 1 block towards the back, and now we should be in a similar situation to before. So now we have a raised and a lowered block, wire here and here, then a repeater on 1 tick there. And now again we need our 3 upside down slabs with the gaps in between. Over here, let's actually place the 2 tick repeaters already. Then the blocks in between. And in front of this one here, which should be nicely and right below this observer there. Then we need the blocks hovering below with redstone dust. Then the connecting repeater towards the back here. And finally our pistons. Again, we start in the corner there with our 4x4 of normal pistons. Then we again need a 4x4 of blocks that get pushed in and out. And once more, the 2x2 in the middle of this 4x4 needs to be full blocks. And that should be pretty much all. So at this point, we can also fill in this middle 2x2 of the wall. And with that, the circuitry is pretty much finished. There is just one little issue, and that is the first time you run this, this will not work properly. Due to the optimizations that went into this, it only really works if there is already a ring of blocks in front of it. So the first time you run this, you will notice that you get those pistons here, or at least this piston here, out of place and not all blocks swapped in. This will only happen once, so you will have to replace one of those pistons here in the position. You will have to fill in the rest of this ring here and remove just the 2 blocks that are left over there. And from this point on, the circuitry should work without any issue. And you can test this a few more times if you want. And at this point, the only thing left over is replacing the blocks that get swapped out with something a bit more interesting, and also obviously filling in the front wall and maybe relocating the lever. And voila. So as you can see, now this build is finally finished. A little side note here, if you're relocating the lever to the front, don't just place a block here with wire. You will, in this case, need to use a repeater like shown here, or some of those pistons here will get powered in the wrong position and the swapping actually will not go all the way through. But with that said, we have with that finally reached the end of this tutorial for my simple 4x4 donut pop-up wall block swapper with horizontal swapping action. I hope you enjoyed it, and well, see ya!